opportunities here that wouldn't be here at home, you know. So
yeah, I suppose so. Yeah.
So that's the way I kind of look at it.
I just got 2 speeding tickets. 20 mile an hour zone.
They're the world's worst.
26 miles an hour.
They're the world's worst.
You could drive across London and lose your license.
Yeah, one day. That's and I drive for work, so I'm always getting them and stuff. So thank God now I drive an electric Golf, so I can limit my car to 20 miles per hour zone. So anytime I'm over 20 miles per hour, just put in cruise control. And even if the car in front of me stops, it will stop. So I don't really get too many tickets anymore. What do catch me out is the average speed. Then I got caught out the motorway as well.
Yeah, I did. I got away with that.
Speed awareness. Yeah. I just fucking. I was chatting to the guard for ages, like for about 45 minutes. And anyway, I was like telling all my mates about this. Like just like a year later, nothing came through the post. I was like, I flirted the guards off them. They're not coming through. About 12 months later, fucking a document came through about that thing. Some fellow went to court in my name and all that. Like, and I got 6 points, £600 fine. I was like, that's one way to eat my words. But yeah, no,
unnecessary stress.
Yeah, that's it. Listen, do the crime, do the time, don't you?
Yeah, it shouldn't be a crime.
No.
2 miles an hour over a bloody speed.
Nuts, isn't it? Nuts. That's the one thing that got me all over here, is that it's all the speed cameras and all that. So get used to it fairly quick. I use Waze now. Yeah. Waze the whole time, so it's just so much easier to get around. It gives you a nice bit of knowledge about where the cameras are and police and stuff.
To me, it's the biggest problem with London. You do the extra money. There's like all these little extra fines for everything, parking.
Even your service charges and all that. Like, you know, like there's always little things that always catch you out.
I went to Devon a couple of weeks ago for a couple of days. It was lovely out there. No cameras, no police, nothing. As soon as you come back to London.
It's just everywhere. Which then, the thing about London is there's nearly not enough police. I got my phone robbed on Tuesday night, so fucker, he pickpocketed me, but I reckon he seen me put in my code. He managed to get on, gone to all my banking apps, logged me out of all mine, man. He emptied one account. Now there wasn't too much in it, there was 600 quid in it. Emptied another one, which was a work one, so that was 200 quid, and then he took out a loan in my name, $2.5 grand. Now I had it all stopped before the loan. Like the loan came through to me, but I was like, I rang up the loan company, I was like, that wasn't me that did it. I was like, can I send it back? And they're like, no, you can't just send it back, that's put through a fraudulent case and all that. And I was like, fuck me. And they're like, somebody's going to ring you today. Nobody rang me, and the next day I woke up, it's like, your direct debit has been set up. And I was like, I cancel that straight away. Anyway, I was like, no way. I was like, the only thing that I've heard from you is that my direct debit has been set up, and I never even wanted a loan.
Oh, God. You wouldn't get that at home, would you?
Never. You could leave your phone in the roof of the car or wallet or whatnot. The only thing that would take it is the wind.
Right, these are on now.
That's against the wind as well. cool.
How come you were chosen out of everyone from Kilburn? Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, like just the amount of stuff that goes into this in the life. Even know what, because of the helmets, I wouldn't even have a clue what any of the hurlers look like. No one sends like an updated team sheet or anything.
Oh, mind games.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're live, so.
You're very welcome along to McGovern Park today on this cloudy Sunday afternoon for the first of two Capital Concrete Senior Hurling Championship semi-finals. First one today, supposed to be a 1 PM throw-in. We're a bit over that time now. It's St Gabriel's against Kilburn Gaels. I'm Charlie Evans, your commentator, and alongside me today is Ryan O'Donnell from Kilburn, who has beaten about a flu during the week to join me in the commentary box. Ryan, as I said, you're a Kilburn Gaels man. Do you think Kilburn have the potential to get the win today?
Hopefully, no. St Gabriel's are a good side. Listen, they're a great side over the last couple of years. Every time when I've come over and faced them, we haven't really had much joy. We bet them this year in the Rhine Cup final. Now it was a lot of a different team that Gabriel's had out to what they do have out today, but we're hoping to carry on that win onto today and hopefully beat Gabriel's. Yeah, so
we'll have to wait and see. You mentioned there the Gabriel's team, and this is how they line out today. In goal, Padraig Collins. 2, Niall Ames. 3, Niall Gagan. 4, Ty Glennan. 5, Owen Kelly. 6, Coholo Carroll. 7, Callum Gardner. 8, Rory Lodge. 9, Robbie Murphy. 10, Paddy Nocton. 11, Connor O'Carroll. 12, Stevie Whelan. 13, Martin Hickey. 14, who is the captain, Sean Glynn. And 15, Danny Coyne. I suppose the big thing for St Gabriel's this year is that Jack Goulding, who is the London joint captain, he transferred back to Kerry to play his club Hurling there. He is a massive loss. Who else from St Gabriel's, Ryan, should we be looking out for today?
Today, anyway, I'd have to say, going in through it, Owen Kelly's been a thorn in our side for the last couple of years. He's great at finding space for himself and then getting the ball over the bar. He's a great lad to stand and strike, and also his free taking is second to none. So we'll want to be careful with the frees and also be man marking him today. Also, Kyle Carroll at number 6 is a fine hurler. I think he's a Cork man. He's well able to come out with the back of the ball, and he's well able to throw the ball over the bar from a long distance. Rory Lodge as well, number 8, is a fine hurler. Also, Conor Carroll and Sean Glynn are the two boys in the forwards I'll be picking up on. Conor Carroll is a great hurler. I think he's Kilkenny is his club. I think he might play Kilkenny under 20s as well. Also, Sean Glynn, a Clare man, another fine hurler, fine strong runner of the ball. If he gets the ball in his hand, he goes at goal. It's very hard to stop him. So it is.
And we'll run through the Kilburn team as well just before throwing. In goal, Cathal Kenny. 2, Conor Murphy. 3, Jack Kerwin. 4, Rory Kelly. 5, Evan Kelly. 6, Killian McSweeney. 17, Pat Early. 8, Fergal Collins. 9, Mark O'Dwyer. 10, Anthony Hands. 11, Chris McAlinden. 12, Colin Nelson. 13, Donia Reel. 14, who's the captain, Conor Byrne. 15, Luke Hands. And you'll know the Kilburn Gaels team better than me. Who are some of their star players?
1 to 15, I would say, are star players. They're all good, to be fair. Kyle Kenny this year, we put him into the sticks. He's a fine goalkeeper. His puck out could land about 100 yards. So he's a fine puck out of the ball. Jack Curran as well. He used to play centre forward for us and wing forward for us there about 2 years ago. And then we decided to put him into full back, and he's just turned into an immense full back. I'm really looking forward to seeing the battle between himself and Sean Glynn today. That would be a fine battle. Also, our number 6, Killian McSweeney, is a fine hurler. He's a Cork man himself. He's well able to read the ball, and he's well able to throw over, score, and even a sideline cut if we're lucky to see one. Also, Mark and Fergal in midfield. They're the engine. Fergal's the engine of the team. He's a fine hurler. You'll see him out there. He's a small enough man, but you'll see him catching ball over lads' head and all. He's something else, and his heart is twice the size of him, I tell you that. Also, any time when Kilburn do win, it's Colin Nelson. Colin Nelson is a great. If Colin Nelson plays well, he puts over his frees, he gets a couple of scores from play. He's well able to score. And also inside in the full forward line, I'd have to say the 3 boys in the full forward line are something else. Donia Reel, Conor Byrne, and Luke Hands. An interesting one for you about Conor Byrne is his father before him used to play. I think he was 10 years hurling for Waterford in full back. Now Conor Byrne starts off at 14. I would love to have seen a battle between the two of them back in the day. Anyway, I'll put you back over. They were just about to get started here. The referee is calling in the players now. Yeah, the referee today is Mark Hanley from Coo Collins. This is the second time that Kilburn and Gabriel's will meet in the championship. Of course, every team plays each other in the group stage. In the group stage, Gabriel's won by, I think it was 10 points. So they topped the group. They did lose last time out to Brothers Pearce, which was a bit of a shock. Supposedly a few injuries amongst the Gabriel's camp meant they weren't at full strength, so we'll have to see how they get on today. And of course, Kilburn had a good win against Robert Emmets the last day out,
So Ryan, you'll be hoping that they take on that form into this game.
Yeah, hopefully so. As you said, Goulan is some loss for him. Goulan on a bad day is probably worth 1-4 to him, like, so on a good day he could be worth double that or whatever, but he is some loss for him. But yeah, today is the day now where we want to be pushing it on and hopefully put the Gabriels out. It's the right time of the year to beat them as well. If you put them out, we've got a great chance to win this thing, so hopefully now we carry on that big win.
That's true. We are just waiting. We were a bit delayed here. There was one game on at 11:30 today, which was the intermediate hurling semi-final between Father Murphy's and Coo Cullens. That ended Father Murphy's 226, Coo Cullens 4 points. Not really the best of games, and not much you can really say about that one, but Murphy's are through to the intermediate final.
It looks like we've got a couple of changes already. It looks like is it Martin Hickey for Gabriel's after going into midfield to pick up Mark Dwyer. Also, it looks like Andrew Curtin is on the field for St Gabriel's here at wing forward.
So we'll have to see.
Gabriel seems to be playing, 3-man from forward line. There's been a lot of positional switch up so far. Now we'll see how it goes in the first 5 minutes.
See, and Mark Hanley throws the ball in, and we are underway. Both teams hoping for a strong start. There is a strong wind here, has to be said, and that wind is looking like a bit of a cross-field wind, really, so not favouring either team. As the shot goes in from Gabriel's, and
good save by Carl Kenny.
It was a good save there.
Bringing it out now. Pat Hurley has the ball now. He's going to look for Conor Byrne out here. Well done, Mark Hanley.
That's a free out to Kilburn. First attack, and they deal with it.
Deal with it quite well now. That ball should have went over the bar by I think it was Carl O'Carroll.
Yeah.
I think he kind of mishit it, landed in our goalkeeper's lap, and our goalkeeper dealt with it well. Tricky them balls coming in on top of you, especially in this weather.
Yeah.
I don't know what way the slitter could go.
Could have easily taken a little touch off the Gabriel's player as well, maybe gone in.
This is our star now, Cathal Kenny. He's won minor and under 21 Kilkenny All Irelands. All Ireland's with Kilkenny, I should say. Fergal on the ball here now.
There's Rory Lodge. There's Andrew Curtin, man who's come in, puts a high ball in.
This is Conor O'Carroll here now, looking for the ball. You don't want him to get that ball in his hand. He put that ball straight into the back of the net.
Again, Kilburn defence comes away with the ball. Kenny launches it clear.
Fine strike by Kenny. Here comes Donny O'Reilly now. This is going to be a great battle as well as Niall Eames and Donny O'Reilly. Every time we play them, the two of them seem to battle one another, and it's always a great battle.
It's Chris McAlinden winning a free there, and a chance for Kilburn to get the first score of the game. See,
there's Nelson now. We need Nelson striking these frees over the bar today.
Some of the Nelson's qualities should be scoring this.
Yeah. Hopefully, anyway.
Absolutely showing your bias there completely. It's all right.
Yeah, apologies for the forecoming. I am going to be fairly biased towards Kilburn. I want to read that wind well now. It's after getting very strong.
Yeah, it's blowing across the pitch towards where we are, and the ball is dropping.
It hit the post.
It hit the post. It's come on the post. No,
that could have gone in.
They almost did.
Yeah.
Could easily. Goalkeeper was not dealing with the ball there.
The wind has just picked up now.
We actually can't describe how windy it is now, and there's a shot, and it's saved. Can the ball be followed in?
Newcans is in after. Donny O'Reilly is tackling the keeper hard there now.
Again,
the goalkeeper, Gabriel's goalkeeper, dealt with that very well.
Fair play.
Padraig Collins.
Ball is launched
Conor Byrne is up on this now. He's after coming back into centre back, playing a bit like a sweeper almost.
He was named in the GAA team in the week earlier on this year as fullback for London, so shows his versatility to be named full forward. Here is Marco Dwyer.
Here's Byrne now after making his charge in his way up towards his 45. Shot. Chris McAlinden. It's another wide.
Either team, the conditions are difficult.
Yeah, it's a slow start. Well, it's not a slow start to the game. The game is actually quite good, but the scores are just hard to. It's hard to get it now to win. Geez, there was some collision there between Jack Corwin and Sean Glynn. That's one thing about Sean Glynn is he's fantastic in the air. He's brilliant in the air. He's a very strong lad. He can get up above people and catch that ball very well. Yeah. And he put that ball over the bar quite well. That's Sean Glynn. That puts it 1 point up for Gabriel's.
Fair play. Sean Glynn is probably one of the best players in London, and he shows why there. Ball goes long. There's Niall Ames. Looks up, goes long again. He's going to be cut out by Connor Burns, should be.
Byrne want to switch this play now, not back down top of Eames. And
Again.
I think he's just put it right back down on top of Eames. But Donny Rail won a good free. Well done, Donny.
Yeah, bit of a push in the back there. Sloppy defending.
Walking gingerly away from him. I hope Donny's alright. We need a man from hospital in Limerick. So yes. Fine hurler. I think he hurled with Limerick in intermediates there once upon a time. A long time ago, he'd tell you himself. Here's Nelson now. Hopefully he finds his range now and puts this straight over the bar. All the way. You want to take his man now for the puck out. 1 point apiece.
Good lively start to the game. And
Evan Kelly, another lad who hurled at London this year.
Yeah.
He's a fine hurler from Galway.
great hook
Great
in there.
strike of a ball. Hopefully he gets his strike away.
It's cut out there by...
Hands.
Say both defences have really been on top so far, just in the early stages of the game. There's Colin Nelson, tells his man to go for a run, takes the tackle, gets the ball back.
This over the bar, that's it.
It looks
That's
good.
All the way. That's all the way. Great score from Colin Nelson from the middle of the field. That's what we need to see more from Kilburn. Gabriel's have a short puck out on here now. They'll use him. They'll probably give it back to the keeper. You can't really be allowing that to happen. The keeper bringing it out to the 20. He's got a fine strike for a ball. He's looking for Glynn, I suppose. It is Conor Byrne that comes out with that one. He just drops it though. It's Fergal Collins getting in the break. Ball is loose again. Conor Murphy picked it up.
Yes.
Mark of the wire finds Conor Byrne here now. Conor Byrne has got space. He's going to look for Donny, I'd say.
He does look long into the
Big
square.
strike. That's
looks wide.
Unfortunately, for Conor Byrne.
With the wind, is that a wise thing to be shooting from such a long distance?
Yeah, well, Byrne has it in the locker. He does. He's got a fine strike for ball. And we do want to get our points on the board early while we have that little tiny bit of a wind. I think it is hitting that right bottom corner. Just a slight bit in our favour, but we probably should be putting that ball in on top of our full forward line, being honest with you, especially with how dangerous Donny can be. Now it does look like Gabriels are playing a sweeper in front of our full forward line, so that might have helped out Byrne's judgment there. Gabriel's on the attack here now again.
Glynn just can't keep the ball there.
No,
And he's coming now.
Luckily enough, he turned around. He was away otherwise.
Bit of a rock forming now. Both teams struggling to get possession.
I think Pat Hurley's after coming out with it there now.
Looked like a bit of a throw there. Could have been a
We've
throw.
got the same issue here. Gabriels have two spare men in front of our full forward line. We're looking up and we can't put the ball in.
Gabriel's come away with the ball again. Looks to Andrew Curtin. Will he take on the shot? He will.
Looks all the way.
They're cheering it. It's a great point.
Score. Put it in straight between the sticks. 2 points apiece. About 10 minutes gone, is there?
Yeah, we guess so. We did start late.
Kilburn are going to have a look at this full forward line and see if it's working out with Conor Byrne after coming out or after leaving. There's too many spare men down in front of it. Here we go now. Colin Nelson has a charge of goals. It looks like he's after putting that ball over the bar. Well on, Colin Nelson.
2 points from him.
Fecal man.
Oh, and the puck out's gone wrong there. It's been cut out by Chris McAlinden. He should be putting this over the bar. And he does.
That's a brilliant score. Well done, Chris. That's the danger of the short puck out, isn't it? You can be pucking one out just as quick.
Now, it's Kilburn who have gone 2 points ahead. And it's been a good start from them so far.
Great catch by Mark O'Dwyer. He's a great fielder of the ball.
And there we see again the short passing. It can go wrong and you can be punished quickly, but then it is claimed by Connor Murphy, and he looks short to Evan Kelly, but it is claimed by Pat Early. He plays the ball inside. It's a race to the ball.
A great pick up by Donny Rail. He's looking for support though, he doesn't have it. He's going to put it over the bar. That's wide ball. Let's say that ball just got caught in the wind. Pity, great control there by Donny, coming out to get that ball. Good play by Kilburn. There was a ball sent in there into Sean Lynn. It looked quite dangerous. Jack Curran came out and broke it free. Thank God Conor Murphy picked it up then. Put it down the line. That's the dangerous ball though, is the ball in on top of Sean Lynn. So it is. All it needs is one of them to stick, and if it does, he can rifle that net fairly quick.
Very capable goal scorer. And shouts for steps there, but Chris McAlinden has it and he looks long. It's a sort of aimless ball really, and then Gabriel's defence will deal with that.
Callum Gardner sends that ball down the pitch.
There's Danny Coyne. He's right on the sideline. He hits it.
I'd say that's just gone wide.
Yeah, wide. Was maybe almost an impossible angle to score from. And then
Kenny with the restart here. He hits Jack Curran, Conor Murphy. And the 45. Murphy will go straight down on top of Chris McAlinden. Carl O'Carroll comes in well though. He's a fine hurler. You can't be sending a ball on top of him like that. He'll come out with it most of the time.
Oh, the hand pass. Oh, he has a free. It's from a scoreable position now.
That's the good thing about Mark Hanley. He plays the advantage rule very well, to be fair to him. He gives the lad a chance to get his strike away. If the strike isn't there, your free is there as well. He's a great ref, to be fair to him.
We'll have to see who takes over the frees, because for however many of the last years it has been Jack Goulding on the frees. So,
it doesn't look like Owen Kelly has started.
No, I think you're right there.
It doesn't look like Owen Kelly has started. So,
former Offaly hurler back in the day. And there's a shot from Andrew Cohen, that's going well wide, but it might not go out.
Oh, it's kept in.
Oh no, it has been given as
wide. That's it, that's a big loss for him. I always say over here, your two most important things are your number one, your goalkeeper, and your free taker. If you've got a good goalkeeper and a good free taker, you can win a lot of matches over here. Fine striking on top of Colin Nelson here, but there's a Gabriel's man behind him. That'll come out with that ball, that's it. That's a Kilburn ball. I think that's Niall Gagan there on the sideline as well. Doesn't look like he's after starting.
Yeah, that's a big loss.
Big loss for them, yeah. Niall Gagan's a fine hurler.
Bit of a battle for possession there, but Gabriel's come away with it. Here's Rory Lodge. He looks up, looks towards Sean Glynn. Tries to tap it down, but
well done, Jack Corwin.
Very good defending there. Glynn will be a marked man. He does commit a foul there.
There he is.
He's a very physical player. He does always run the risk of committing a few fouls with how he puts himself about.
He does. He's a fine size of a lad. He's about 6 foot or that, and he's got a lot of pace as well, so he's very powerful. But it seems like Jack Curran seems to be doing a good job on him. I don't think he's got to score. He's gotten 1 point, I think.
Yeah,
so
1
far,
point, yeah.
Yeah, and every ball that's been 50-50 between the two of them, Jack Curran has broken. So that's all you want from Jack, really, back there. Seems like he's getting into his head a bit now as well, giving away the free there. But hopefully, anyway, Jack keeps it up from a Kilburn point of view.
Colin Nelson's
Fine
free.
strike of a ball by Nelson. Big wide though, unfortunately.
Some distance out to be trying to go for it there.
Oh, here's a quick puck on now, and it's a lovely ball to Niall Eames. He's capable of putting this ball over the bar, so he is. There it is.
Dropping short in towards Glynn.
That could be just as dangerous.
Could be a goal. Glynn's claimed it. Oh, it's not gone in.
That was some catch.
It's in now.
It's a goal now.
It's a goal.
That was some catch by Sean Glynn, so it was. Call a spade a spade.
We had highlighted him. He won the ball there, and I think
that was some catch now.
Have to see.
Good goal by Gabriel. You have to take her hat off for that.
Yeah.
That puts Gabriel's 1 point in the lead now. You just can't be leaving Niall Eames have that space, especially if he's striking the ball on his own from his 65 in the next half when he has the win. That's going straight over the bar. We're probably fortunate enough to say that dropped short, but luckily it was more fortunate for Gabriel's. Glynn came out, claimed it, managed to take a strike. I think it was a good block there by Jack Corwin, or it could have been Conor Byrne inside there, but it finished off. I think it was Danny Coyne, was it?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it was Danny Coyne who got the finishing touch on it. After driving this game wide open again now.
Yeah, as I say, goals change games, and as it's worth 3 points in hurling, you can turn a lead and you can get the lead as quickly as possible.
Side here. Hopefully Kilburn, Fergal, you want to make a run in here.
There is some amount of space on this right hand side, but Gabriel's come away with the ball. And boss is there.
Gabriels have a bit of a purple patch on here now. They're looking very good.
There's Conor O'Carroll.
Conor O'Carroll.
And it's gone over the bar.
Gone over the bar. Good score by Conor O'Carroll.
So the score now is St Gabriel's 1-3, Kilburn 4 points. How do you make of it so far, Ryan, from a Kilburn perspective?
That goal is a real kick in the teeth, so it is. We're doing well up until that goal. Listen, it was a great goal. You have to take our hats off to him. But yeah, Kilburn, we're doing well up until that point. Now, hopefully we can recover it well and hopefully stop this partial patch from Gabriel's. There's 1-1 after going over it in about 3 minutes. So from a Kilburn point of view, we need to up it a bit more now and match their intensity now in the next 5 minutes, and hopefully ride through this storm, get another point up, or even try and get a goal in, and then we'll settle ourselves back into this game again. From a Gabriel's point of view, I'd be quite happy with that goal. It brought them back into it very well. They needed it. They needed it more than that anyway. Now, this doesn't look good from a Kilburn point of view. A miss hit free from Killian McSweeney. Lands straight into Gabriel's hands. Big ball over to Glynn again. Looks like we're doubling up on Glynn now.
Yeah, 2 men around him.
There's about 4 or 5 men around him, and he's still getting that point over the bar.
A great point from Sean Glynn there. To be fair, as you said, about 5 Kilburn players all around him, and he still creates the space and gets the shot away.
Yeah, that's it with Glynn. It's just once he gets that ball in front of him, his pace can pick it up again, and his turn and strike is just very good. He rarely misses. It's a foul from Chris McAlinden.
Kilburn players show their disagreement with the decision, but
we need to settle back into this now. We're after leaving them away with too much. Look, another free man here. Over the line. That could be the turning point we need.
Bit of plastic on the floor there. I mean, the sideline there was pretty poor, has to be said. And it's gone straight back to Gabriel's. A little flick over the head. What a pass that is by Andrew Curtin. The offload to Rory Lodge.
Yeah.
There's a goal on here if they choose. They go for the point. Hey, it's gone wide. That is a poor shot.
That's a let off. That's a big let off. That was a fine ball there by Andrew Curtin. He's having a good game. I think he's striking a freeze for him. He's after scoring 1 from play. He's not playing bad at all now. Now there you are, down your rail. Ball in front of you. Well tackled there.
Ball out to this left-hand side.
Conor Murphy gets the hurley in very well.
Good defence. Here comes Robbie Murphy.
He's got some pace, Robbie Murphy has, hasn't he?
All inside. And it is dealt with. And that's much better from Kilburn. Getting tight to their men and not allowing the space. Here's Evan Kelly.
Good ball, Conor Murphy. Conor Murphy plays that ball lovely. Well done well gathered by Donny Rail. Anthony Hands on the sideline here. Anthony Hands looks for the post to his brother Luke. Keeper deals that well. Interesting fact about the two Hands brothers, they actually played for Gabriel's before they moved to Kilburn. As they said themselves, their words not mine, they got a bit of sense and moved over to Kilburn. I'm only messing. But yeah, the two brothers, and they're two good additions to the Kilburn side. Hopefully we get to see more of them as this game goes out. Luke is a great man to get a goal. He's in good physique anyway. He likes to look after himself, and he's got great pace. Once he turns and goes straight at that black spot, not much things can stop him. But it's just getting that ball into his hand is the thing, especially with Gabriel's now playing that man in front of him.
It's a free into Gabriel's there for a bit of a pull of the hand.
Bit of a pull back, I think it was by Conor Murphy, is what Mark Hanley's after signaling here. I think there's about 20 minutes gone. There's 1 goal in it. Probably 4 points in it after this score. Looks like Sean Lynn is taking the freeze.
No problem for Glyn. Puts Gabriel's 4 points back ahead.
Poke out by Kyle Kenny in on top of Nelson. Nelson goes for it with the right hand. Tries to gather it. There's 3 Gabriel's lads around him now. In behind you, Anthony. Yeah, Gabriel's coming out with it again here.
Stevie Whelan.
Gabriel's are definitely the better side after picking up that goal anyway. It's really changed them.
Free.
A wild pull there from Fergal. Free in. This will be another score now for Sean Glenn, that's it. Kilburn just need to slow down this game a bit, kind of regroup and calm down a bit and hopefully settle back into this game again, because ever since they got that goal, Gabriel's looked like a different side, unfortunately. The surface in McGovern Park is something else, isn't it?
Very good, yeah. And we've had a lot of rain over the last week.
Huge amount of rain.
And
torrential downpours.
Yeah.
And it still looks like a Premier League pitch.
Yeah.
It's a good score by Sean Glynn. He took that wind very well, judged the wind very well. Kenny maybe taking my advice on board and slowing down a little bit. Big puck out now down top of Mark the Wire. 2 lads going up for the ball. It's never good. Never good. The man from behind needs to give a shout there. Conor Byrne is on this though. Hopefully he'll settle us down. Chris McAlinden looks to be free in the middle if he can find him. Can't. Jack Curran's putting it down on the top of their spare man again.
Yeah, you see
this just really isn't working. Now we're after getting a look at the draw here off a Mark Hanley. As I said earlier on, that advantage rule, he does play it very well. If I was a Gabriel's man, I wouldn't be too happy with it, but he's given us the free. Hopefully Evan Kelly can settle this now. Settle us and put it over the bar. He's got a fine strike of a ball. It's definitely within his range. Whether he'll put it in or put it into the square, I'm not sure. I'd rather see Colin Nelson to go in on top of the square there, in beside Donny O'Reilly, and Evan Kelly put it down on top of him, where you can maybe get a stray hurley to it and the ball go into the back of the goals. Looking at the goals down there now, there's not too many Kilburn boys in around it now. They're starting to move back in again.
You have to try and anticipate that the ball's going to drop short and anything can happen.
You do, especially where he's striking it from. There we are now. Look, dropping right into the mixer. Get early. Look.
There was a bit of a...
It's cruel to God. Like, Kilburn just don't have enough men in there. You should have Nelson in there now. A fine big size of a lad. We're after getting a 65 out of it now, thank God. And hopefully Nelson puts this over the bar.
Reasonably central 65 to put it between the posts.
It's all the way.
And there we go.
All the way. Now hopefully that'll settle us back down. That brings it up to 1-6 to 5 points, 4 points in favour of St. Gabriel's. Gabriel's go short with the puck out here. You can't be leaving Carl O'Carroll get the ball from there. Luckily enough he gave it straight back to Pat Hurley. Pat Hurley tried to hand pass to Colin Nelson, well intercepted by Rory Lodge though. Killian McSweeney gives it back to Conor Byrne. Conor Byrne looks to the far corner. Donny O'Reilly, oh brilliant. Donny O'Reilly, he's got Anthony Hands outside him. I'd say he won't look at him though. He's looking for goals.
Oh,
for God's sake. Keeper catches a shot at goal.
yeah.
Unlucky there from Donny. Should have used Anthony Hands there.
It says
Here we go now.
Mark O'Dwyer.
Strike.
Mark O'Dwyer's down off the ball there, holding his head. There may be a bit of a collision. There's a shot from Glyn, and it's gone wide. Glyn's not happy. He says he got a bit of a late hit there after he had the shot.
Unfortunately, that's hurling though. That's why we have hurleys. You will get them shots. He went for the ball, tried to get it. Unfortunately, I think he may have hit the man's hand. Sean Glyn's all right though. He's up again. Wide there from Glyn, a bit of an unusual wide from him. Himself and Jack Curran are getting to know each other there now inside there. So
two inter-county teammates.
Yeah.
No
doubt. I'd say they've had many of a tussle up there as well. Just to let you know, Mark O'Dwyer's back up onto his feet again, all good.
Conor Byrne looks long with the ball, but again it's cut out by the Gabriel spare man. You have to wonder, will Tom...
Yeah.
And you just wonder, that's happening a lot. How would you go about changing that if you were Kilburn, as there was a wild swing there on Glyn?
A wild swing there from Jack Corman, all right. One-handed pull. Apologies for that colourful languages there by St Gabriel's member of staff, I think, Mayor Ishka.
It's all part of the game. And so he'd be lucky to escape without a yellow card here, to be honest, for that.
Yeah, I think Mark Hanley's after going over to the sidelines ref here now to have a little chat with him, see what it's about. I thought it was a bit on the ball, now it was a bit loose, to be fair. Bit of a harsh yellow, I reckon, but I suppose that's hurling. I'd say it was the other way around though. I would say he would deserve a yellow. So
absolutely.
You probably can't take my word for it, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a great battle down there. No yellow card given. Oh no, I speak too soon. There we are. Yeah. Flashy yellow, Mark Hanley. Flashy yellow for Jack Curran for that wild swing. It is a good battle in there though, isn't it, between the two of them?
It is,
and when the ball goes in, I'm kind of licking my lips to see what's going to happen next. There's some great skill over here. You see some lads with some great skill. The high catching, striking of the ball. It's very competitive. I couldn't believe when I first moved over here how competitive it is, and that it's a great sport over here. It's a great way to get to know people as well. And as violent as this seems, we all end up drinking together after the match. So it's quite an important part of it.
And that was a point there from Sean Glynn.
Another point, I'd say his tally's fairly high at the moment now, is it?
Yeah.
I'd say he's got 5 or 6 points, is he? Oh no, yeah, 5. I'd say he's got 5 points. Hickey won that break well there, Martin Hickey. He's gone into a bit of a midfield role. The St Gabriel's having a good game.
There's only one man up there, and it's Danny Coyne. He can get the shot away. He goes back to Glynn. He won't be afraid of shooting from the sideline.
No, there we go.
It's
good
blocked down
by Conor Byrne. Lands at Jack Curran's feet. Now Jack needs to use his ball wisely. We need to be mindful of that lad stand in front of Luke Hands and not drop the ball down top of him. There we are. Big ball in top of Nelson. That's a good ball now. Colin Nelson breaks it nicely for himself. Looks to be walking with a bit of a limp. There we go.
It's an injury there.
I could see that happening.
Yeah.
Colin Nelson's gone down with his quad. That could be a big loss for Kilburn. Big loss.
Conor O'Carroll's bottled up there, but Rory Lodge offers the support. He has a man
good
outside.
Hit by Jack Corwin there. Great hit. Stands up Rory Lodge very well there. That's brilliant defending. Brilliant defending by Kilburn. Brilliant stuff.
See, off camera, Colin Nelson is still limping a bit.
Gingerly. Looks like Niall Fitz is warmer up there on the sideline. He'd be a good replacement for Colin Nelson now. He's a Wandsworth senior footballer, and he's from Tiptown. That's a great catch by Mark Dwyer there. Great catch and turn. We have a chance here now to take this free quick, hopefully, and drive it into the back of the net, but the Gabriel's lads are wise to that as well, and they're standing over the ball. Nelson is standing over this free now. He seems to be after walking off that bit of a quad or hip flexor injury that he was kind of pointing to.
If Nelson was to go off injured, who then would be the free taker for Kilburn?
Ooh, that's a tricky one. I'd say who I'd be looking at could either be Donny Rail in the corner or else Evan Kelly, number 5 for is it number 5? Yeah, number 5 for Kilburn. He's a fine strike for ball. He's got a good accurate strike for ball as well. Hopefully Nelson does walk this thing off though.
He is wandering into the full forward position. Not really moving about quickly. There's the shot.
Bad striking there now.
Shot from Paddy Nocton was poor. He plays his football with Fulham Irish. There's Anthony Hands goes over the line, and that is a sideline ball to St. Gabriel's.
Is doing a good job, and Anthony Hands there keeping him quiet. It's a good battle between the two of them. Stevie Williams seems to be in favour of it now at the moment. Fergal Collins picks up that ball nicely. Pat Hurley looks to the other corner here. Sure he can't.
Yeah, Nelson signalling.
Needs to go. He needs to come off. He can't run on that leg. It's a pity. Such a pity because we do need him.
Robbie Murphy looks up. Goes back to Koholo Carroll. And there's Glynn. He's isolated. He taps it down, but it's good defending again.
Great stuff by Conor Byrne there.
And again,
maybe not that one, but the first tackle was good. Now the second one was a bit wild, all right.
Yeah.
He went in there fairly heavy-hearted. Gabriel's come out with the free. Rory Lodge won that well. Glynn would like to slow this down a little bit now. I'd say we're not too far away from the half time, are we?
Must be approaching it. And again,
we'll probably have 1 or 2 minutes anyway away from it. It's been a good half of hurling so far. A bit of a low scoring game for a hurling match, 6 points to 1-7. But yeah, it's probably going to be 1-8 after this one now. I don't think Glynn will be putting this wide.
The wind, it does have to be said, is causing absolute havoc for the quality of this game. As Glynn does make no mistake, and it's now 1-8 to 6 points.
It seems to be changing direction. Like when before the match, it was down into the bottom corner. Now it's kind of straight into our faces over here on the midfield line. So hopefully it goes with Kilburn in the next half.
They will need it. They are chasing a 5-point lead.
Shoulder in there by Anthony Hands.
Yeah.
Big shoulder, and I think it's actually on Niall Eames, which an interesting fact for you is Niall Eames and Anthony Hands live together. The two of them are last time we played these in the Rhine Cup final, I remember the two of them squaring up for each other. Some lad in the stand goes, is Niall Eames supposed to be best man for Anthony Hands' wedding next year? Correct and right, he is going to be his best man next year, but we'll come to that. We'll jump that hurdle when we come to it. But yeah, so the two of them, there's no sympathy for one another out in the field here now. All right. It's just two fine big men.
Yeah, that's just one of the things that happens with the GAA community in London. You can just meet any random Irish people, and then you end up marking each other.
Yeah, out in McGovern Park here in Ruislip.
Dangerous
ball in. That ball broke nicely now to the corner forward. Great save by Cathal Kenny. What a save that was. Danny Coyne with the shot.
Andrew Curtin
with another score. I think that's the second one to add to his tally, I think.
He's having a good game. For someone who wasn't named to start, you can always never really trust what team is sent in.
There we are now. There's the half-time whistle.
It is St. Gabriel's 1-9, Kilburn Gaels 6 points. Ryan, your thoughts on the first half?
The first half, well, I thought Kilburn started well, but then when Gary's got that goal in, it was kind of the kick up the backside that they actually needed. They've drove on. They look like a different team now closing that half. Glynn seems to be getting his getting ball into the full forward line there, breaking it and getting on it. I think Jack Curran has actually done a good job on him for the calibre of player Sean Glynn is. He's done a very good job in it. Now it's been a tight game, but it seems to be edging just that bit more in St. Gabriel's favour, unfortunately. I think we need to look at taking Colin Nelson off in the second half. I can see him walking off here very gingerly. He'll be the type of lad where he'll want to stay on. He's near enough the end of his career, as he would tell you himself. He'd love to do a good year with Kilburn before the end of that career. But he, I think, by the looks of him down there, he can't really move for the ball. It's like playing with 14 if you've got a lad that's that heavily injured playing on the team. So hopefully now we will push on in the second half, and we might get a bit of luck. You don't know, a game of hurling, 2 balls could drop into the net in 2 minutes. Exactly. 6 points up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's how it can change so quickly.
That's it.
It's not been the highest scoring of games so far. Hopefully it will be a bit better in the second half. We'll talk to you again after half time.
Yeah, it is a fast game. You don't know what the ball is, like. Yeah. Yellow balls are ahead of us,
no, but I reckon to just keep watching it instead.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Very fun.
I'm going to run over as well.
Yeah, no problem. How long do they have between?
even he said I need to come off. Yeah. Time the second half. Time. Second half just about to get underway here as the teams come out back on the pitch. Big thing, Ryan, as you've noticed, is that Colin Nelson is still out for Kilburn.
Still out for Kilburn. He's after going into the full forward line there now, and it looks like Kilburn are after moving Evan Kelly into midfield, and after moving Jack Curran out to wing back. It looks like Conor Byrne has gone into full back, marking Sean Glynn. I'd say that's something to do with Jack Curran's yellow card. Now Mark O'Dwyer looks to be gone into wing forward. Probably just another target for the puck outs. Mark O'Dwyer's got a great hand in him, so he does. Fergal Collins comes away with the ball here now, and the ball's after it kind of opened up for Fergal there for just a second. He's after getting fouled heavily by Cathal O'Carroll. Seems to be pulling him back is what Mark Hanley's after giving the instruction for. Nelson seems to be jogging out into this ball now a bit more alright. Hopefully Ciara Hessian has helped him out inside or anyway, our physio, and got him back to full strength again. Here we go now. We need this score, bring it back into 5 points. And the Gabriel side, I don't think there's been too many changes.
No, I don't think so. No problem for Nelson there. Maybe he has managed to shake off that little knock that he picked up, but we'll have to see as the game goes on.
Seems like Kilburn are going 15 on 15 in this half as well. So hopefully that will bring off that extra man that was kind of hanging out in front of Luke Hans and Donny Real in the first half, collecting all that ball. Great. Fergal again won a great break there again. Jack Curran coming out with this ball. Pat Hurley has it now.
Oh. Robbie Murphy comes away the ball,
well
but
tackled by Anthony Hans. That's great stuff by Anthony Hans. In on top of Donny Rail. Wild pull there. I believe there was a yellow card given for that in the first half. There we are. Now 4 points in it. Colin Nelson with two in the second half here now.
Ciara Hessian must have done a good job with him. Glynn really should have claimed that ball,
Glynn
but
ran over, but it could be just as good for
Danny Coyne. Glynn gets it back, and it's gone wide.
Puts it wide. We got lucky there. That's the ball that Sean Glynn wants, where he can get that half yard in front of his man. His pace is just something else. That's a fine puck out now in on top of Anthony Hans here. Anthony Hans going to go up with the hand. Well caught. Oh, well done, Evan Kelly. That's a wide by Evan Kelly though, unfortunately so. Evan is well able to put them over as well, so we can't really fault him for having a go from there. We need to be tighter on that puck out.
Bit of a push in the back there, and yeah, it is finally given.
Push in the back, Danny Coyne, that's it. Semi-free. Danny Coyne doesn't seem to be putting him over from around there from play. But Sean Glynn will easily put this over the bar, I'd say. Even though there's a bit of a win in his face, but he seems to be striking them frees from in around here very well today. So you can nearly mark that off on the scoreboard as a point. Kilburn has started well though in the second half. Thank God, it's exactly what we need to come back into the game. It's 198 points at the moment now, in favour of St. Gabriel's. That's a white ball.
Yeah.
Commentator's curse, thank God, says I.
Just, as you said, Kilburn have started well, and that miss.
That miss is exactly what kind of Kilburn needed. It's a bit of a let-off for him. Big ball in on top of Mark Dwyer now. He's well able to catch this ball. Here we go.
And he
There
does.
He does. Sees Chris McAlinden on his inside. Chris should put this over the bar. That's a fine score by Kilburn Gaels. Fine score. We need to do that a bit more now.
First 3 points of the second half going to Kilburn, and they've closed the gap to just a goal.
That's a lovely score, that one. You love to see a lad catching a ball first time from a puck out.
I'm not sure about that one,
Very
really.
strong in the air, so is Killian. He has that extra about a couple of inches over Killian anyway in the height battle, so Killian seemed to have been jostling a bit too hard there from the back. Mark Hanley called him up on it and given a free to Gabriel's.
See now,
He'll
Glyn.
be looking to make up for his last mistake here now.
Yeah.
Hopefully put this over the bar. A bit of an easier angle for him. Fair distance from goal, about 60 yards from goal. Distance shouldn't be a problem anyway.
It
Wide
is.
again. Wide again.
Another miss. No, you just wonder, will Gabriel's Rudy's miss chances? Right?
Yes, hopefully they do.
Puck out is long again. On top of
Great hand by Marco Dwyer again. What a second half he's having. That's some score. What a score by Marco Dwyer, former Carrickshock man. Won an All-Ireland with Carrickshock, I think. Back in that time, you can look up on YouTube about Kilburn Gaels. I think there were 6 lads training with Kilburn Gaels. I think 6 of them were involved in different All-Ireland finals that year.
that was some catch by O'Carroll, and
Great
he's
catch
hooked there.
by O'Carroll.
Murphy will rise the ball. So low ball is cut out.
By Pat Hurley. Well done, Pat Hurley, but
Oh,
his touch was a bit wary of him. Danny Kine got a great flick in here. Sean Glynn clearing down on goals. He put this ball over the bar. Put it into the car park as well. Hope your car isn't parked out there now.
no, absolutely not. And your car isn't parked out there either.
No, it's in behind it's in the safety zone, I call it, right in behind that clubhouse. Marco Dwyer, another big catch. Oh, what a catch again. That's 3 in a row for Marco Dwyer. That is something else by Marco Dwyer. Great ball in on top of Colin Nelson. He looks to be fouled there, but he didn't. Referee says no.
Stevie Whelan looking
Stevie
up
Whelan.
and going long.
He's had a good first half now, Stephen Whelan. That's a fine ball in on top of Coyne again in the corner. Looks like Killian McSweeney's already there. Coyne's after getting it up. Conor Byrne cuts that out nicely. Well done. Well done, Conor Byrne. He's playing well now in the second half. Out to Jack Curran. Jack Curran gets that ball into his hand. He's looking up. You want to be looking up into the 3 catches.
That's a very bad mistake.
Bad mistake now by Jack Curran. Pity. Mark Hanley seems to be going over to the sidelines here for a quick chat with his sidelines ref, his linesman.
Not sure what that could be about. Still talking to him anyway.
Good chance to give you our plugs here. So, if any of you are going through Tipperary, stop into Wolvie Service Station. It's my father's shop. Care, County Tipperary. Stop in there, ask for Ryan. You won't be getting nothing for free.
No better town in Tipperary than Care.
No, home of the 2 Johnnies. Fortunately or unfortunately, I'm not too sure, but he's they're doing well for themselves now. They're two good men, 2 very good club men, I must say. Also, shout out to Care Junior B's yesterday for winning the county semi-final. Johnny B was in full forward. The great Tom Delaney as well was in corner forward beside him. Smashing hurler, Thomas. They're having a great season after winning the South last week, and then county semi-finals. Then yesterday they won that as well, and so they're into the county final. There's already a trip booked away from by Johnny B to Tenerife after winning the South final, would you believe?
He is the manager as well of that team.
He is the manager as well, yeah. You know Johnny now, he turned his hand to that. Glynn gets back to shooting ways here now. Puts the ball straight between the sticks. That's it, 111 to 10 points. That
that little break of play now could get Gabriel back into it. So another good puck out, looking for Marco Dwyer again, but it's down on top of Jack Corwin, who I think that's Robbie Murphy that came out with that ball. That was well won by him.
There's Coyne.
There's a bit of him.
Glynn.
1-on-1.
He'll take his man on. Thinks of a goal.
Great challenge by Conor Byrne. Great challenge. Fella used a 36 hurler. You can really kind of see it coming out there. The sun is coming out now. Getting into Marco Dwyer's eyes. That's why you couldn't catch that one. Here we go. Oh, Luke could have seen Evan Kelly was free in the middle there. If he hit him, it would have been an easy score.
Just bottled up there as he was trying to come out with the ball.
He was, yeah. Niall Eames won that ball very well now. He's having a good game today, Niall Eames. I'd have to say the full back line for Gabriel is having a great game. Great game.
Looks like Kilburn are preparing a sub over there. We'll have to wait and see who it is.
Yeah, it's Niall Fitz, I think it is. It's warming up. Niall is carrying a bit of a knee injury during the week, so I think he's managed to get it right now for 20 minutes or so. He'd be a big addition. He's a fine, strong lad. He's the lad who actually broke my arm, would you believe? He ran into me playing against these boys 6 weeks ago. Oh, Pat Hurley's lost that ball. Gabriel's boys looking for a free here.
That's a free
Kilburn
out.
Came out with the free in the end. Big strike down now into the mixer. Kilburn need a goal here. A goal can change it now. If Kilburn get a goal at the same time as what Gabriel did last half, it could really drive on Kilburn and hopefully we come away with the win. The wind has changed a bit more. It's gone into the left bottom corner.
Yeah.
A bit more now in favour of Kilburn. So hopefully now here comes Niall Fitz. I'd say it is.
Will it be Nelson?
I'd say it is.
No,
it's Anthony Hands that's coming off, I think.
Yeah, scoreboard's up there. Number 10, Anthony Hands.
Anthony, a good game. Hopefully it's not his last Kilburn game of the year now. Good ball by Evan Kelly in on top of Luke Hands into Anthony's brother. Luke's still yet to get his hand on the ball and then it's gone. Cleared there by. Bit of a loose challenge there from Pat Hurley. Ended up hitting Andrew Curtin's Hurley and the referee pulled a free. Played to Hurley, I'd say, is what he's looking at. Ball into O'Carroll here now. He'll catch that and put that ball over the bar easily, I'd say. Oh no, he's looking for Glynn. Well done, Evan Kelly. Cut that out well. Very well read by Evan Kelly. We're getting the advantage here from Conor Burns on his own. He's going to want to put this down in the top of the full forward line.
He looks short.
Hands again. Coming out to get it. Luke gets that ball well. Yeah.
There's a chop there.
Chop there. Well done to Luke Hands. He turned his man very well. Let the ball go past him. And then I think it was Martin Hickey that came in with a bit of a wild pull there on his Hurley. Nelson could go for this. Niall Eames got his back turned still. No. Nelson's going to put this ball over the bar. He'll bring it into a goal in it then. 11 points to 111 if Nelson puts this over. That's it, yeah. 11 points to 111 now. In favour of Gabriel's. This ball could be landing on top of us. I'd say it's over the line.
And it's gone, yeah. Kilburn sideline.
Looks like Evan Kelly's going to take this just underneath us here. It was a blustery day and it was a lovely morning this morning, wasn't it? It
was.
Right, a nice sunny morning and whatever happened.
So I think the wind is definitely impacting the quality of this game. It's just...
It's changing direction again. It's gone into the right bottom corner now.
Kelly's off for the short, but he goes long and it's blocked down.
By Hickey.
Turns on it. Glynn races towards the ball and picks it up.
Glynn has it now.
Oh, the hand pass there didn't come off.
Just dropped it.
And there's a free out to Kilburn. Glynn obstructing Pat Hurley coming out with the ball.
Yeah, it's true for Niall Broderick here on the sideline. Tell him to stick it over. It looks like Gabriel's keep on going for goals. They've got the chances to put the ball over the bar.
and they're not, and it seems to be Kilburn are defending well, coming out with the ball, getting it free. Nelson seems to be coming back for this now to try and take it and put it over the bar, but I think Evan Kelly should just strike it. That's it, in on top of Donny Rail. Donny Rail's a fine hurler now, he'll be able to get this ball into his hand first time over the bar. Here we go, simple hurling. Put it wide, unfortunately.
Would have been some score if it had gone over.
Would have been a lovely score, and Donny's well capable of those ones on the turn. I think we need more from our full forward line this half now. We need to get a goal at least.
Yeah, I think if Kilburn are to get the win, they're going to have to get at least one goal.
Fergal Collins has a pass on here if he's going to get it or what, but I don't know how that's not a free.
There was maybe a bit of a strike out there.
Bit of a melee going on here now.
We all love to see it anyway.
The last time we played these as well, there was a bit of a row as well. There was a couple of red cards thrown out after. I think both sides had red cards in it. Now it's still ongoing. I don't think there's not much more than handbag stuff. There's a couple of lads falling off each other. I wouldn't be worried too much about it. Now, if your sons are playing at home, I think they'd be perfectly safe. Don't worry about it.
Looked to be something out of nothing, really, that spot of that.
Yeah, I think Fergal Collins was a bit frustrated with himself that he didn't really win a free there. It was good defending though, I must say. I think it was Carl O'Carroll that was kind of looking over him. He's a bit of a, he's got a couple of inches on him again, but he defended him well. Fergal managed to get the ball away, and I think there might have been some sort of a spark back or something, or a pull back. Mark Hanley's after going over to his linesman here to get better gist of what happened, but I couldn't see too much coming out of this. I prefer if he didn't even give yellows or nothing. You like to see something like that. You can get a game going, can't it?
Yeah, just a little bit of tension, can spark something, and Kilburn need to find something, and that might help G up their players. We'll see.
That's it, yeah. Hopefully there's no stupid red cards or anything like that now. Or red cards can ruin games, especially over here. Do you know, sometimes the rules can be a bit strange. Sometimes if you touch a lad's helmet, some ref might call it that's a straight red. I've seen helmets being ripped off lads, and all they've gotten is a curly finger to say don't do that again. So hopefully this happens here now again. Hopefully there's no red cards. It seems to be Fergal Collins and Rory Lodge getting a talking to, I think it is it?
Yeah. So they shake each other's hands and say that's probably 2 yellows, and they get on with the game, I think. Oh, it's two reds. 2 reds.
2 reds each, oh my god.
Wow.
Something else.
I am surprised by that. I mean, Liam Barry's coming. Liam Barry's coming in to talk to him.
I don't think there were red cards now. Come on, like this can ruin a game. Like, you know, it's a pity. At least they're for both sides, though. But I know, but you don't like to see lads getting red cards, especially over a small little schmozzle like that. It wasn't much in it, from what I could see from up here. Now maybe there was a bit of a wild pull or something in it there, but 2 red cards is a bit of a harsh one, I think. And yellow cards would have sorted that. And
you'd be wondering now, this is a semi-final, it's a straight red. That was a wild swing there.
Oh my god! If that's not a red card now, I don't know what is.
I think that has to be a red.
He has to go. That was Carl O'Carroll, I think it was, number 6.
That was a bad pull.
He has to go over that. Oh my god!
And then you just
there
wonder.
was no sense nor meaning for that. That was at knee height.
Yeah.
He hit him with the wrong part of the hurley. The hurley won't break if you. Oh my god!
And then you just wonder there.
Straight in front of the Kilburn stand as well. I'd say they're hearing a lot from it. Now, I don't know. This could change the game completely.
Both sides.
He's back over to Liam Barry again. Mark Hanley is. He just wants to be sure about these decisions, and I can't blame him for doing that either.
Both sides just down to 14 men, and now Gabriel's may just go down to 13 men, which would be a big G up for Kilburn.
Some might say that was on the ball, but listen, it was a wild pulley. The hurley up in the air. In all fairness to the referee, the hurley should be on the ground when he's throwing in that ball, and he pulled knee height. He just wanted to do Chris McAlinden, in my eyes. Now listen, you all know throughout this show I've been all Kilburn, so this is my eyes that are looking at it, so you can't really take my word for it.
I am not a member of any hurling club, but to me, looked like a straight red.
Here we go now. Here's the moment of truth. Mark Hanley has got the notepad out. Here we go. He's got the red card handy in the pocket, but he gives a yellow for this one.
A yellow.
Oh my God.
I am surprised by that. You have to wonder. That pull was a very, very wild pull. And
you wouldn't want to throw it in again here now.
No, absolutely not.
And you wouldn't want to. I don't know. I thought that was a bit of a wild pull completely. Now I think the line on the sideline are having a bit of how's your father. I'd say we've lost about 5-10 minutes here to this.
Big stoppage.
Yeah, big stoppage here now, and it looks like to be a free for Kilburn. Now, I don't know. It's a bit of a strange one, that one. Now I know the ball was there, but listen, he completely did the lad at knee height.
The ball's often thrown in like that, and not a swing like that isn't always what happens. But the free from Nelson is put over the bar.
Over the bar. Now we're a 2-point game. That's a very dangerous lead in the game of hurling. 2 points is the worst lead you can have in a game of hurling, is what they all say. Who they are now, I don't know. Here we go. Carl now back out, looking to stay on the pitch. Chris McAlinden after hitting him here now. He's not leaving him away with it either. Chris is dead right to do that.
You just think that's obviously from the earlier incident.
Mark had given him 10 yards for that as well. That's a bit of a payback from the early incident, all right, but I don't know. I think Chris Mack needs to level himself out now, just forget about it and play the game of hurling. Here's Mark O'Dwyer. He's having an absolutely fine game, so he is. He's been Kilburn's hurler today, I think, after those couple of catches in the first half. He's having a great second half, so he is, for the second half. Niall, look for that! Look for that, Niall! Donny Rail up here with Niall Eames.
Nelson was sort of blocked off there.
He was, and he's still walking with a limp as well. It's kind of hard to watch him out there.
Maybe steps if he doesn't. Yeah.
I think Chris McAlinden's going to lose his cool with Mark Hanley here. I think you were right in saying it was steps now, but I think Chris is looking for a bit of a softer free off him after what happened to him in the earlier play. Unfortunately, Mark Hanley doesn't be offering them out. He's a good ref, to be fair to Mark. He calls it as he sees it. It's a fine ball in down on top of Jack Corwin here now. And it looks like corner forward here is coming out to get it again. Danny Coyne. Danny Coyne? Is it Danny Coyne? No, it's not. That is, yeah. Danny Coyne's a very cute hurler. He seems to get that ball and recycle it very well. When he gets the ball in the corner, he always looks for a man in space. Here we go now. Niall Fitz. Look at the pace this fella has.
Oh, it's wide. No, it's gone over. Just over the bar.
We'll take that. We will take that. So we will. And that brings it back into a point game now.
Just a point with maybe, and there's going to be a lot of added time here because of the
9 or 10
break
minutes
in play. And there's a free in.
That's a silly free now. Pity. I think Glenn went looking for. It's probably Kilburn coming out with me again, but he's just so hard to mark, Sean Glynn. So he is. He's just like, he's electric, absolutely electric, and he's a fine hurler. Any touch that you get in him, then he seems to go down. He's he knows what he's doing. He's got a lot of experience at this level anyway. So he does.
He is right in the middle, and he should easily be putting this over the bar.
It's a 2-point lead again. All the way. Good poke out now from Cahill. You want to be looking for Mark O'Dwyer again, I'd say. He's got Cahill O'Carroll on him though, so it's going to be a bit harder for him to catch this ball. Here we go now. The ball is down on top of him again. Dwyer's coming out. What a great catch by he's having a fine game. Andrew Curtin, he's having a great game, to be fair to him. Rory Kelly came out here, got the Hurley in first. Here we go. There we are now. Good free from Conor Byrne. Well done to Rory Kelly there. He came out and won that ball well. Broke it. Byrne picked it up. Fouled by Glynn. Glynn seems to be getting a bit of a talking to, and probably a card here for consistent fouling, I would say. It's mad how you can give that a yellow card and then the free that was before that we saw was a yellow card as well. It's a bit of a, if there was ever such thing as an orange card or something where you could have a sin bin or something.
Well, it's a black card in football,
Black
isn't
card
it?
in
So
football, yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah. It's strange though. You can't really say that they're two of the same calibers of fouls, can you? Here's a big ball in on top of Luke. Hands now is up. He's got two Gabriel's men around him. Donny O'Reilly picks it up now. Donny's going to go at the goal. He gets a foul. Well done. They should go over the bar now, bring it back into a point game. I'd say we don't have much longer than 5 minutes left, have we?
I'd say we've maybe played 25 minutes, yeah.
5, so yeah, so 30 minutes and then added time on top of that, is it?
Yeah.
So you probably have about another 10 minutes left. What time is the other match supposed to kick off?
Next match is meant to be 2:30, so that one will be probably slightly delayed as Nelson puts the ball over the bar.
Brings it back into a point game. Now, Mark Hanley's gone in for a bit of a voice off his umpires here again. I'd say there's some bit of argy-bargy going on between the full forward line and Gabriel's full back line.
We can't rule out extra time in this game.
No.
With only a point in it. It's been nip and tuck the whole way. But to be fair, Gabriel did have a lead of 6 points. They've only scored 3 in this second half.
I'm trying to think who the bit of space kind of suits. I think it seems to be working out in Kilburn's advantage for the moment. Big pull off by Conor Byrne there, well broke down. Chris McAlinden's on the break here now again.
It's just kicked away.
Yeah, he gets dispossessed. And then here comes Curtin again now. Curtin's having a fine game. He puts this ball wide ball.
You wonder now, Gabriel's have not been playing well in this second half, and you just wonder.
Kilburn need to capitalise on this and get a goal or something. So they do. It's not the same Gabriel's team that finished the first half anyway, I tell you that. There's a big ball in by Pat Hurling. That looks to be dropping in around the goals. Again, 2 men going up for the one ball. You want to have somebody pulling back. Usually Luke Hans is very good at that, pulling back and getting the break, putting the ball in the back of the net. Here comes Byrne and Glynn now. This has been a great battle in this second half. Two of them, the ball is squashed in between the two of them there, lying down. So Mark Hanley's going to throw this ball in. Hopefully we don't get the same kind of throwing as we got there in a couple of minutes ago. Two boys look to be stiff. I'd say they're after running their socks off now. They only got about another 5 minutes to do it for.
They are taking their time getting up there.
Taking their time, yeah, that's it. See, that's the problem with this throwing. Like, you know, they're very close to the ref.
But then you wonder how else can you really restart a game?
Yeah, exactly. The old-fashioned one in behind the back. Glynn has the ball now. He won't look to pass it off. He likes to go for his own score.
I'm not sure.
God, I'm not sure if that was a free or not. I don't know, but Mark Hanley is saying that he was holding back his arm, and I'll take Mark's word for it. Mark is closer to the action than what we are.
Yeah. And as a ref, he probably knows the rule book better than we do.
He knows a bit more than me. Yeah, correct and right. Glynn will take his time over this free now. 2 points in it. It'll bring it up to a 3-point game. Oh no. Yeah, will it? Yeah. 2 points. Oh yeah, 1 point in it'll bring it up to a 2-point game. We have a nice view of this one now.
Wide ball.
Left and wide. Big let off for Kilburn. Only a point in it. We need to get the next score on here now. Be looking for Mark O'Dwyer again, I'd say. Big ball down on top of Jack Corwin. Jack Corwin's great in the air as well. Ball breaks. Mark Dwyer seems to be on it. Curtin picks it up again. Jeez, he's having a great game. I think he's playing in midfield. He's getting on a lot of breaks. He's a very intelligent hurler. Here comes O'Carroll now. He's very dangerous. He's got a fine strike for ball, and he puts that ball straight over the bar from a tough angle. That's a great score. Great score by O'Carroll.
1-13 to 4 points.
That's Conor O'Carroll, the centre forward, that scored that. Kyle, the centre back.
Wind is causing havoc on the pitch and off the pitch for us in the gantry.
Here comes Luke Hands now. Here we go. Luke will come in now, and you look for Donny. Donny has
chance of a goal.
Goal on here. Donny
penalty.
Has taken
has
down.
to be a penalty.
Has to be a penalty. I'm showing my true colours again, but it looks like to me that Donny's inside the box. The keeper took him down.
Yeah, and
that
he
is
signals
a penalty.
it's a penalty.
Here we go.
With not long left, it's a chance to Kilburn to go a point up if they score a goal from this penalty.
I say it's Colin Nelson that's going to take this. I am jumping from one foot to the other up here. So yeah, and the keeper's going getting his name taken for that challenge as well. That was some great stuff there by Luke Hans. So he's very intelligent. That's what he does. He turns his man, gets past his man, always finds someone inside him. Found Donny, who hand passed straight to his hand. Donny, all he needs to do is walk the ball in, and that keeper just pulled him straight down.
Yellow for Podge Collins, and now, I mean, this would be some chance for Kilburn to go a point up. Someone like Nelson should be sticking this in the net.
He could well do as well. He could well do. Come on now, Colin. No pressure. Here comes Nelson. Rises it.
Oh, it's wide. It's wide.
Mishit it.
Well, that is a big let off for St Gabriel's. There's not been many goal chances in the game, and when a penalty,
you need to be taking them.
You do have
to be taking them. That would have put us 1 point ahead with a couple of minutes left. It's not what we big ball on now here.
Push in the back.
Well done, Donny Rail.
Kilburn need to get the ball and move it quickly. I don't know how long we have left or how much added time there is. But time is now of the essence. Evan Kelly standing over the free.
I'd say he's going to drop this one into the mixer anyway. 5 minutes left is what we're kind of hearing. That's dropping short anyway. Gabriel seems to be coming out with it. Donny Rail goes in there with the challenge. It looks like Mark Dwyer's ball now. Mark Dwyer passes it off to Colin Nelson. Nelson has got men free out here, but he doesn't use them. He hits it to Glynn. We're just 1 point down. All we need is that point. Evan Kelly puts it straight over the bar. That's a great score by Evan Kelly. Great score by Evan Kelly. I reckon there's about 4 or 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
Great score. We've got a level game. Have we? Oh, no, we don't. We're 1 point.
Yeah. Gabriel's are still a point up. We can't rule out the possibility of extra time here, as it looked like McSweeney may have touched that on the floor, but he didn't.
He got it up anyway.
Nelson can't get out in front of his man, but the rise up is poor and it's gone.
That ball's gone. That's a Kilburn ball. We need to start filling up that other side of the pitch there, if you can see it. There's nobody over there. Luke Hans after making his way over. He's very good at these sideline cuts. This is a self-proclaimed record by Luke Hans, but he says himself and Joe Canning hold the most amount of sideline cuts in one match at intercounty level. 3 in one game. So it is. Luke Hans scored 3 for Warwickshire in one game. He's well capable of putting this over. There we go.
It looks good.
That's a
it's
fine
dropping short.
It's dropping. It's probably quite a dangerous ball. Donny Rail is on it. I pull
Pulls
it
on
it.
it.
Donny.
Oh,
great save. Great save by Podge.
Podge Collins getting down low to stop the pull on the floor.
That was a fine strike by Donny Rail. It's pity now that was a great stop though. Great stop. Jeez, my father at home would love to have seen that. The ground hurling. Loves it. Ball in here.
On the floor, surely.
I would have said that was
looked
taken
on the
up
floor.
Off the ground.
O'Carroll going through. Finishes it. That could be the game for St Gabriel's.
That's it. That was if that ball is still bobbling, that was some pick up. Well done to him. He turned Killian McSweeney very well. That's the danger of him. He is just so dangerous with opportunities like that.
And then you just think now.
That's it, too little too late for Kilburn.
And look, you have to think about that missed penalty just a few minutes ago. It's a real turning point in the game.
It was a massive turning point, Listen, we can't blame Nelson for that though. He's had a fine game besides that now. Nelson has hobbled off the field, played the second half through an injury. What a warrior that man is, to be fair to him. Colin Nelson, fair play to him. He had a great game, got a few points from the spotted balls as well, place balls. Looks like Gabriel's game from now on anyway. Look, the one-on-one.
Yeah.
This one-on-one is just so dangerous. This lad has got some legs in him. Killian McSweeney does well there though.
He might get hooked here. They get the ball away. Connor Byrne. It's Rory Kelly. And here's Jack Kerwin. They have to go for goals now. No other option.
Yeah, they do. And Niall Eames wins that ball very well against Donny Rail. Niall Eames having a great game back there. I have to say the full back line for Gabriel's has been very good today. Here we go, another ball break. 2 of them in it. The referee is saying so. He hasn't put the hand up. Pat Hurley, he'll probably want to get a free there now. Yeah, correct and right. Well, 'tis goals that win games, isn't it? And we've seen this now from here today.
It's 15 scores apiece, but it's 2 goals from Gabriel's that are the difference. And that free just
trickled up to mark on the wire there. We're definitely in the final 2 minutes here anyway.
The ball was blocked there.
That was Curtin again, I think it was. He's after having a smashing game, Curtin is.
There is so much space now.
There is a lot of space, a lot of space. It looks like we're all at 6s and 7s here.
Kilburn pushing up on their men, and they're leaving so much space to the back.
We've pushed 1 or 2 men up just to try and get a couple of late goals, but unfortunately it's working against us now.
Martin Hickey with that point, and ultimately there's now 5 in it.
Curtin. He's out having a
and that's rolled over the bar.
Game.
It was a tight game throughout, but just Gabriel's have managed to pull away in these final few minutes. Kilburn will wonder should Gabriel's have gone down to 13 men.
Carroll again, he's just so good all around the pitch. His tackling is something else.
I mean, Glyn,
you're just never away from him. There we go. A trio of scores there for Gabriel's in towards the end. Listen, it was a good performance by Gabriel's, you have to say, throughout the game. They kind of went quiet there in the second half. To start the second half, we got a couple of scores back on, but they finished well here now again. Big ball into Conor Byrne here now, look, and he gets taken down here. Fair play to Gabriel's, are good to cynical stuff. Sickening finish now for being a Kilburn man. I thought we did very well throughout the game. We've had a couple of injuries this year. Well, I broke my arm there a couple of weeks ago, and then another lad broke his leg. James Sweedy, I hope he recovers very fast. He's had a rough journey so far with us. So Gabriel's have been weakened though as well, you have to say, haven't they? They're missing out on a couple lads. A couple lads here on the sideline. Owen Kelly's missing for him, as you said yourself. Jack Hurling is a massive loss for him, but I'm sure that they'll be safe enough. And the next week now, I think, is it Rory Lodges? He's going to be out for the final.
Is he?
After the straight red, is he?
Oh well, yeah. I mean, unless they appeal it and get it right.
Yeah. But
Glyn lost his hurley.
Ah, Lord above. That's a bit of a tricky one here now. I don't know. It's hard to watch now from a Kilburn point of view. So it is. I say we don't have long left, have we?
Can't say we have much left.
It's a pity there were so many turning points. The red cards, the missed penalty. Their goal in the first half was a massive turning point for Gabriel's. I have to say it was very well taken as well. Both their goals were very well taken. So they were. Goals win games.
Glyn taps that over. There was 6 in it at half time. Kilburn did get it down to a point, but just Gabriel's have pulled away. And there's now 7 points in the difference.
That's her.
And there is.
Very well done to St. Gabriel's here, the deserved winners here today.
Scoreline of St. Gabriel's 2-17, Kilburn 16 points. Ryan, I know you're obviously disappointed at this moment of time, but just your final thoughts on the game.
It's sickening, absolutely sickening. It's a pity we were so into it up until that goal chance that we got, the penalty. Listen, you can't fault Nelson for it though. He's had a smashing game. It's a pity about it. We probably would have went a point up, I think it was. Would have been a massive turning point of the game. And I think that's where we lost it. It's a pity we had the beatings of them, but it's very hard to beat St. Gabriel's, and as you can see here today, they're a good side. They've got some good players, some great players up through the middle of the field. And so they are a good side, one to watch for the future. I'd say they'd be definitely hot favourites for the for the county championship this year anyway.
And
So,
that is full time. St Gabriel's 217, Kilburn Gaels 16. We'll leave it now as the second game is going to start very shortly. My thanks to Ryan, and we'll see you all later.
Have you got another lad for the next one?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Some lad from Laura. He's
Laura.
the nephew of Ken Hogan.
I know him, yeah.
Billy Hogan.
Yeah.